Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got an interesting one to unpack with you guys today, and it's all about this thing that I like to call, which is the kind of logo syndrome. And if you've ever started a business of your own, and I definitely experienced this with starting my own businesses and starting my own kind of projects, and that was a thing of getting too caught up in the early stages of creating logos and stuff like that, where I'm trying to be very perfectionist and trying to make everything look as good as possible. And the problem with that is that it freezes your progress and it kind of puts too much time and energy into stuff that at the moment, don't get me right, having a good logo and having a good website would be very good. But at the early stages, it's not good to get caught up in the aesthetic of things. It's time to get caught up in the actual results and trying to actually push out a good service. So we're going to be unpacking that in today's video and kind of going through with that. So yeah, man, you're starting off your first business and you're kind of in that excitement. You've sat down in these late nights and you've talked about like your dreams and like you've talked to your friends of what you want to accomplish, and like it's all well and good, and these ideas may be or hopefully are multi-million dollar ideas, but that's not the point. The point is where you're actually focusing on. And what I've done previously, especially when I was younger, is that I'm starting a business out and I'm just on Canva trying to make a good logo. And oh, look, do you guys like this logo? What does this feel like? No, that could be good. I'm telling you, like, but don't get caught up in trying to look as good as possible. Like, it's business is not about aesthetic at the early stages. It's about results and the value you're actually producing and the value you're actually giving to the customer or to the target audience. So you got to be focusing on what you're actually providing for people. I think also the biggest thing is that learning from real life success stories and people that have actually made it. When you see people that have made it in the market, and you've seen people in this field actually make it, talk about the likes of Alex Hormozi, Iman Gadzhi, like they were doing the same thing. Alex Hormozi was sleeping in his gym. Iman Gadzhi was recording videos, looking spotty. It didn't look perfect at all, but yet look at that. Look at that progress. The progress was more important than being perfect in the first stage, and people actually relate to that. People actually resonate with the things that he's saying, rather than someone that's fully perfect and they don't know his kind of background story and they can't actually relate to his kind of upbringing and relate to his kind of come up, if that makes sense. So the progress actually teaches you so much, and it actually shows to the public and shows your target audience that you're actually worth what you say you are. So yeah, those are the most important parts for me. So you're thinking, how do I actually combat that like perfectionist mentality, and how do I actually kind of move away from that mindset? So the best way to do that is actually set realistic goals for yourself. Actually plan out how you want to do this, what the first month looks like, what the second month looks like, what the first year looks like, how does it look like in 5 years, and just trying to slowly build that knowledge in yourself, and how you can actually build that credibility within what you're working in. Collect some feedback. Sometimes the feedback is very cruel and very harsh, and you're not gonna like it, but it's something to actually take from and learn. So those two are very important. I would say also prioritize. You can prioritize what needs to be done. So like I was saying earlier, your logo is not a priority. Your website, obviously you need to have a website, but your website being some crazy UX design is not a priority. So you need to prioritize your goals and prioritize the things that need to be done to actually reach those realistic goals. The important part is actually shifting that mindset of having progress as the big thing. You started off from A and you want to reach Z, but you understand that where you are currently in the early stages, you're at a terrible point, but you put small steps that you actually want to accomplish to actually reach that certain goal, rather than, oh, tomorrow I want to make 1 million. No, it's actually trying to reach that 1,000 mark, it's trying to reach that 10,000 mark, and slowly building credibility in the actual field that you're working in, rather than, oh, I'm going to be some overnight success, which is just unrealistic again. And that's where perfectionism kind of hinders that like mindset. So yeah, you don't want to be thinking like that. Moreover, the biggest thing that matters is actually pushing out what you're doing, actually showing the public and trying to show those results. Even if those results are terrible, aren't at the standard that you want them to be, but there's beauty in that, because you collect feedback, you get the bad, like even the dislikes, even the kind of people telling you this is terrible, that is a form of feedback, and you can come back to the drawing board and learn from that. To understand that you're actually at a bad point and say to yourself, okay, I'm trying to reach this level, that in itself is a good mindset to have, rather than say, oh, I'm not there, so I'm just not meant to be. You have to actually be self-critical of yourself and actually go back to the drawing board and write everything down and how you can achieve that, rather than just kind of succumbing to your fears and stuff like that.